Alright, what's up YouTube? Welcome back to Jordan's Guitar Channel. I am your host, Jordan. Let's talk about tube amps and amp sims today, man. Alright, so I'm going to lay some controversial stuff on you here today. It's just my personal opinion. You're welcome to leave some hate down in the comments or some love. We prefer love over here, but you know, guitar players, they get super mad at stupid shit. So, welcome to the internet, bruh. Alright. So I know I'm not the only one who's noticed this, man, and I'm not talking trash. Much respect to all the other guitar YouTubers out there. But for the last several weeks, man, it's all these amp sims. Like every video is about a new amp sim. So, you know, this guy's an amp sim. It's like the Oprah show. You get an amp sim, you get an amp sim, you get an amp sim. Alright, cool, man. Amp sims are really neat things, dude. I have several on my computer. I have the Neural DSP, the STL tones, the Amplitude. I've got the 2112 audio interface. I've got Kali audio speakers, really nice guitar cables, you know, a pretty nice studio setup. Now, I've played through all this stuff and it sounds really great, but in my opinion, it does not feel and respond like a tube amp, despite the claims, okay? Now, before I made this video, I thought I was alone. I thought I was the only one. But I reached out to some friends of mine who have and are playing in bands and making recordings and touring, and they share the same thing as me. Yes, the amp sims have come a tremendous way. Yes, they do sound like a tube amp, but they don't respond and feel like a tube amp when you're playing your guitar. Now, there'll be a lot of people who will cuss me out and probably send me death threats over this, but welcome to the internet. And my friends who are professionals feel the exact same way. We even talked about, you know, like a lot of us, you know, married, fiancés, etc., etc. You can't always crank up the tube amp and the 412, right? And so, you know, we'll go to practice riff ideas and songs using studio headphones and plugging into the amp sim. And it sounds fantastic, dude, but it throws you off in your timing, especially when you're and that's because there's a little bit of latency, and it's like I'm not even sure you can measure it, but you can feel it when you're playing it. And not everybody's gonna get that, man. The reason I brought up the stuff I had because I've got nice stuff, and there shouldn't be really any latency issues. I'm running a Mac with the M1 chip. I only use this computer for music. That's it. It's dedicated for music. So there's like so much memory that it's not clogged down, any of that stuff. But there's just enough latency issue that when you're actually playing the guitar in the amp sim, that it's just not quite right, man. And my other issue is it's a little bit polished. Does that make any sense? Like it's a little too overproduced. Like I'm not getting that raw, real sound I'm looking for. Yes, it does sound like a tube amp, but it sounds like a tube amp with a little too much compression and a little too much, it's like it's just polished, bro. Like I want raw, I want real sounding amp tones. And I know I'm not alone, but you know, there is this movement where a lot of guys, they want that really super polished tone. And that's cool, man. Whatever sounds good to you, and I'm not saying it sounds bad, but I play aggressive raw metal, dude. I want like that, man. I want raw, dude. I want raw, I want real. So it's just the way like music has gone over the past decades. You know, we started out with vinyl, and then we went to 8-track. And then we went to cassettes, and that wasn't good enough. So we went to CDs, and everything sounds super overproduced. And it didn't capture that essence, the rawness, the realness of the guitars. You know, all of these metal bands that influenced us growing up, man, they didn't have amp sims. They were recording a damn thing through a computer. They were micing up their amps and their tube amps and their speakers and everything, and sounded just raw and just... you guys think that's annoying as hell, man, but I'm a little caffeinated this morning. I'm a little pissed off, man, because it's my metal, dude. I love metal. Like, I eat, breathe, sleep metal. Guitar. Like, I sleep with my guitar sometimes, man. Don't tell anybody. But, guys, learn how to use tube amp, dude. Learn how to dial it in. And you can get mix-ready tones, amp sim-like tones with the actual tube amps that you guys probably have sitting in your rooms, right? And if you spend, all of this money on all these different amp sims and stuff like that, you could have bought a tube amp, and you probably could have bought a really good cab and a couple of pedals. All I'm using for this tone, dude, is a Rev G8 noise gate and a Boss SD1 through the red channel of the EVH 5150 EO34. And it sounds killer, dude. You could put it on any record, dude. And it's going to sound super metal, super tight, super raw and aggressive. And that's all I got to say, man. I had to do this little rant video, dude, because I know I'm not the only one who feels the same way. I've had guitar buddies of mine call me, and just like teenage girls, we sit around and go, "Oh, girl, did you hear about the new amp sim? Ooh, girl, I'm tired of hearing about that shit." So that's the way it is. That's the story. I'm Jordan. You've been YouTube. If you like what you saw, like, comment, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell. If you hate what you saw, comment in the video and let me know what you hated about it. Let's argue a little bit, okay? But until next time, as always, I love you guys. And much metal, much love, and much peace, my friends. Adios.